Hello and welcome. I'm Gio Chundia from Oakcrest Digital Media Productions, coming to you live from Oakcrest High School for today's matchup. It is a beautiful day for flag football as the 4-5 Falcons face off against Middle Township right here at the Nest. The Falcons are coming off an 18-12 loss against Cedar Creek last Thursday, and today look to get back into the win column.
The Falcons had secured a 13-7 win against Absegami last Monday. Though the Falcons suffered a tough loss against Cedar Creek last Thursday with a score of 18-12 on the road, the Falcons look to get back into the win column and getting back to the 500 mark.
Here we go, 1st and 10. She rolls out left, fires hucks it deep, and is incomplete, nearly intercepted by Fortune, as that could have been a great play by the defense early to get the ball right back, right to the offense. It is 2nd down, as the game has just started. Here we go, 2nd down. Takes the snap. It's going to roll out left again. Fires the open check down complete. And her flag is pulled down past the 25. And that should be 3rd down. Here we go. Big play. Big play right here for both teams. Takes the snap. Fires quickly. It is caught. And her flag is finally pulled down. As no signal yet. Here we go. Takes a snap, fires, and it's caught to the left side. Spin move and gets past midfield. And is marked short. As we have approached under the 10-minute mark in the 1st quarter. Just a yard from the 1st down. They're bunched up here. Takes the snap. Pressure coming. Fires. An incomplete. No flags. Good play by the defense to force the incompletion. They're changing formations here. Takes the snap. Fires quickly. And the pass is incomplete. Fell out of her hands. As it seems like they went for it on 4th down. And now it should be Oakcrest's football, as they were unable to convert on the 4th and short. And now it's Oakcrest's football. First down from just past midfield. Takes the snap. It's going to hand it off quickly. She cuts in. Is she still going? One woman to beat. And her flag is finally pulled down in a big first play by the offense. A great run to the left as she cut inside and cut back out and got that 1st down to put them in striking distance for their 1st touchdown.
Heck of an offensive play there to start this drive off. That's exactly what they needed. Starts to look like what they were starting to get done last week on the run.
Here we go. She takes a snap. She's going to run it herself to the right. Cuts inside. Gets a few yards. And it will be 2nd down. Here we go, 2nd down. shotgun formation. Hands it off. Fakes the handoff. She's gonna run it herself. And was her flag pulled down?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
She is in for the Falcons touchdown. As he throws it, and it is in for the conversion. As the Falcons strike first for the 1-point conversion. And with their first offensive drive, they score and are up 7-0 halfway through the first quarter. Now it's Middle Township's football. Here we go. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. And pushes. That should be a penalty. As she's still going. One girl to beat. And her flag is pulled by Brown. As there should have been a questionable call there for contact. But there was no signal. As it's first down past midfield.
Yeah, Gio, couldn't agree with you more there. I mean, that didn't look intentional, but it did look a little bit more like a higher grade of football.
Without that penalty, it is now a 1st and 10 past midfield for Middle Township. As for the Oakcrest defense, last live stream against Apsagami, Oakcrest defense combined total of 6 sacks. See if they can do it again today. As she takes a snap, rolls right, fires, and is complete. Flag finally pulled down. Pass at the 30-yard line. As it is 2nd down. Quarterback by herself in the backfield. Takes a snap, pressure coming, fires quickly, complete, and it's still going. And is down just shy of the 20. As she is short, and it will bring up 3rd down. As this is a big play for the Falcons defense. See what both teams will do here on this 3rd down play with just under 5 minutes left in the first quarter. 2 running backs in the backfield. Takes a snap, hands it off, and the Falcons are able to get there quickly and force a tackle for loss and a 4th down. A great play by the defense.
Falcons defense has been absolutely dialed in so far. Let's see if they can keep this going.
As here we go on 4th down. We'll see if they'll go for it. It looks like they will. No Falcons back there to return it. We'll see what they'll do. She takes the snap, pressure coming, and her flag is pulled down, ending the 4th down play, and the ball is back in the Falcons' hands. And now it's 1st down for Oakcrest, as that's so far the first sack for the defense. As they put up 6 2 games ago, we'll see if they can replicate that.
Heck of a defensive drive there, and they could keep that up, and that's exactly what they needed here to get back on offense.
So here we go, first down for Oakcrest. Brown takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and is running up the middle. Gets a few yards on the first run. And we'll see what they'll do on 2nd down. As so far, she ran into the end zone for the touchdown. As it seems like the run game is working for Oakcrest so far. We'll see how they can continue to keep it going, or they will resort to the pass game. Brown takes a snap. He's going to fire down the middle. Complete to Hopewell. As That was a nice completion, a laser down the middle and it is third down as she was short. As we'll see what they'll do on this upcoming third down play. Just under 3 minutes left in the first as Brown takes a snap. Pressure coming quickly. She's going to run up the middle. Spin move. It's still going. Still going. Still going. No, nothing but green ahead of her. And she's in the end zone for the Oakcrest touchdown as she does it again. Rashonda Brown doing it again, putting the team on her back. And now putting Oakcrest up by 2 touchdowns as we are waiting on the conversion.
Man, Rashonda Brown, star of the show so far today. Heck of a first quarter. We still have about 2.5 minutes left in this first quarter. For all we know, they could get another one.
So here we go, back to the conversion. She's going to run it herself to the right, and she's in easily. No Middle Township defenders there, and she is in for, I believe, 1. As that will put them up 14-0 in just this first quarter alone.
Heck of a first half. Heck of a first quarter for them so far. I mean, they could keep this up. For all we know, they could get 28, maybe 30 points by halftime. Let's see if they can keep up this offensive momentum.
So here we go. Middle Township's football now, as their last 2 drives have stalled out on 4th downs. Takes a snap, pressure coming immediately, fires quickly down the middle, and the pass is off her hands and falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down, as so far the catching struggles will continue for Middle Township. As right now the Falcons' defense is holding strong and limiting them to 0 points. Meanwhile, their offense has all of the momentum. So here we go on 2nd down. Takes a snap, pressure coming again. Fires, and it's complete to the left side. 2 Falcons were able to pull her flag right then and there, and it brings up 3rd down. This is a big play for Middle Township, as so far they haven't had any offensive momentum so far in this game, as they have been usually stalled out on 4th down. Just 1 minute and 30 left in the first. 14-0 Falcons. As this is a big 3rd down. Takes the snap, hands it off, gets by 1, and her flag is pulled down just around the line of scrimmage. And that another Middle Township drive will stall out. So here we go, 4th down, as the clock is winding down. With just 30 seconds left in the first. Here we go. As it looks like they might let the clock run down. Here we go. 4th down. She takes a snap. Rolls right. And she's going to run it. Gets by 1. And her flag is pulled down. And that will do it for the first quarter, as the Falcons lead 14-0. A great first quarter of play. Here we go, as it looks like Middle Township will punt it away. Actually, no, they will go for it. Pressure coming. Fires it deep down the middle. Wide open. And incomplete. As it looks like her flag was pulled down, as that is the second Oakcrest sack today. As the fourth down drive again stalls out.
Oakcrest defense and offense and defense are both dialed in right now. This is what they needed.
As they will punt it away on fourth down. That was third. That was my bad on my part, as Hopewell will return it. She cuts in. Still going. Past midfield. Finally pulled down just past the 35. And Oakcrest will take over past midfield. Great starting field position. So here we go. It's now Falcons football, as their first two drives have resulted in touchdowns. As Brown looks to throw, she'll hand it off to Newsom. Still going. Gets a few yards on the first carry of the drive, and now it's second down. As we'll see if they can keep the offensive momentum, as so far in the first quarter alone put up 2 touchdowns. As Brown takes it herself to the left. Still going. Down past the 20. And finally brought down past the 20. And now another great run by Brown. As so far she is the entire offense running it herself for the 2 touchdowns. We'll see if she can do it for a third time. Here we go. Takes a snap, fires quickly, and is caught by Hopewell. It was a little juggled in the air, but she manages to hang on for only a few yards. Two receivers on each side. She takes a snap. Brown rolls, fires down the middle, and it's intercepted. Spin move, still going down the sideline. As that was a miscalculation there, as the overthrow leads to the interception, and now it's Middle Township's football. Here we go, Middle Township's football after they have a defensive stand and force an interception. We'll see what they can do to finally put up some offensive momentum in this first half. She takes the snap, hands it off, cuts in, still going, as her flag is finally pulled down. Second down, and a gain of, I'd say, 1 yard, as it will be second down with 8 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Takes the snap, pressure coming, rolls right, fires, and it is intercepted! Picked off. And now the Falcons have the ball right back, as a major miscalculation there by Middle Township, as that was a bad read on the quarterback, just throwing it up in the air like that. That is a costly mistake for their offense.
Heck of a defensive stand there by the Falcons, giving up that interception to end their last drive, but then they get it right back with an interception of their own. huge defensive stand here to possibly get another score here, even though they might not have the best field position. Actually, wait, nope. They have really good field position.
Here we go on the Falcons' next drive. 1st and 10. Brown, she's going to run it herself up the middle. Goes to the right, still going. And she's in for another Oakcrest touchdown. Rashonda Brown continuing to put the team on her back with 3 rushing touchdowns in the first half alone. As it looks like they'll go for 1. Let's see what they'll do for the 1-point conversion as Brown looks to throw. Runs it up the middle and is unable to convert. And her flag got pulled behind the line of scrimmage as they are up 20-0 in the first half. We would like to thank you for joining us today, and for more information about Oakcrest athletics and upcoming games, be sure to visit the Oakcrest website, oakcrest.net, and follow Oakcrest on socials at Oakcrest_HS. For pictures and videos from Oakcrest events, follow Oakcrest Digital Video at OHS Digital Video on Instagram and YouTube, as Middle Township begins their next drive. As for Middle Township, they need to get something going in this first half as they're down 20-0. As she takes a snap, rolls right. She's going to run it herself. In a wave of Falcon defenders, gets a few yards on the run as it will be 2nd down. As the Oakcrest pass rush is continuing to force the quarterback to make some bad decisions, as that led up to the interception we saw earlier. I see what Middle Township has in store for this 2nd down play. And a miscommunication on the offense as a dropped handoff will lead to a 3rd down with a loss of yards, as that is something you don't want to do down this much in the first half alone, as they need some sort of offensive momentum. As the Oakcrest defense continues to hold strong and do their part, as we'll see if they can hold them on this 3rd down play. As she takes a snap, pressure coming in immediately, fires right, and it's incomplete, just off her hands. Would have been a nice pickup if she caught the ball and moved upfield, but instead it will be a 4th and long as Middle Township chooses the punt, ending another stalled out drive, as that one wasn't really able to go anywhere. As we'll see if the Falcons can put up another touchdown in this first half, as we are just under the 4-minute mark. She kicks it away as Hopewell will return it. Spin move, and is down at just past the 25. And now the Falcons offense will take over. All right, here we go. 1st down for the Falcons. With just 3 minutes left in the first to see if they can put up a touchdown. As Brown looks to throw, fires over the middle, complete. A nice quick pass to get the drive going. A nice quick pass to get the drive going as they are inching closer and closer to that end zone. As we'll see what they'll do on this 2nd down play. Brown takes the snap. Fires deep down the right side. And it's caught by Hopewell for another Oakcrest touchdown. That is now 4 offensive touchdowns in the first half. As it's now 26-0 in the first half. As the Brown-Hopewell connection continues to dominate this game, as they are now up 26-0.
This is now a 4-score game. Oakcrest is just blowing it open at this point. My goodness.
Here we go on the 1-point conversion. She takes the snap. Brown fires down the middle, bobbled, and is intercepted. Incomplete as the refs signal, as the conversion is no good. And now Middle Township takes over with just over 2 minutes left in the first half, as this is a really one-sided game in just the first half, as the Falcons have showed on offense and defense, as we'll see what the second half will have in store. As so far, we'll see what Middle Township can at least cook something up. She takes the snap. She's going to fake the handoff. Is going to run herself to the left. Gets a few yards on the run. As we have reached the 2-minute warning.
So far, a very sloppy half for Middle, but let's see if they can get something going over here for the next 10 minutes before this second half starts.
Here we go. Takes the snap. Pressure coming. Fires. And it's tipped up and picked off by Fortune. She's going to go down the right sideline. 3 people to beat. And she's in. Oh. Flag barely gets pulled almost into the end zone for another Oakcrest touchdown. As now another Middle Township drive quickly crushed by Oakcrest. And it's now their ball. As it's now Falcons football, first down. As they are already in perfect field position. Takes a snap. She's going to hand it off to Newsom. And no flags pulled. And she's in for the Oakcrest touchdown, as that is now 5 touchdowns in the first half.
Oakcrest just stacking and stacking on touchdowns. This game, for all we know, this game could end 50-0 with how their offense and defense are showing off out right now.
As this is a one-sided game, as Middle Township seriously needs to talk things over in that halftime break. Takes the snap. Has time. She's going to run to the left. And she reaches for the pylon. See what the refs have to say. The refs signal no good. As the score will stay 32-0. With just a minute first half. I mean, with only a minute left, we'll see what Middle Township can at least try to do, as if they can muster out a touchdown. As she takes the snap, it's gonna quick handoff, fools the defense. She runs left, still going. One woman to beat, as she's going. Nothing but green, and she's gone for a Middle Township touchdown. As they are finally able to put up at least some sort of points. And they've gotten themselves their first touchdown of the game.
Heck of an answer there for Middle. I mean, they look like they were good for scoreless here through this first half, and with just 54 seconds left, they got their first score of the game and look for some more offensive momentum on offense and defense. They're looking for something, a spark here, to give them some more points on the board.
As we'll see what they'll do on the conversion. Looks like it will be 2-point conversion here. As they finally put up an answer for the Oakcrest domination. Takes a snap, hands it off, makes a juke move, unable to get past the second defender. And the conversion attempt fails as the Oakcrest Falcons defense holds off on the conversion as they finally broke. As we'll see if they can at least continue making stops, and we'll see what happens in the second half. As the clock is at 48 seconds, we'll see if they can put up another touchdown. As I don't think they need to continue scoring. They're already up by a lot. So here we go, first down. Rashonda Brown now in as receiver. Takes a snap. Rolls right. She's going to run it herself. Down the right side. Cuts inside. Still going. And is past the 25. And a good first play.
First play of the drive, pretty good. Get the first down and get enough here to get a fresh set of downs. And he's trying to get another touchdown here before the half ends.
Here we go on second down. Takes the snap. Has some time. Fires down the middle. Complete to Brown. Flag is down. She's still going. Nothing but green ahead of her. And she is gone for the touchdown. As there is a penalty on the play. As the celebrations have to be stopped. As it was a holding call on the offense. As that touchdown is called back.
Costly penalty there. I mean, that could have just stalled out all their momentum right there. That was just electric play, but the flag really put all that back in the chest.
I mean, looking at the score right now, that touchdown could have been the dagger with 16 seconds left in the half. As here we go. As this could be the final play of the half before teams will go into the tunnel. She takes a snap. Will hand it off to Hopewell. She runs left. Makes a nice spin move. And just past the 30. As the clock is stopped at 8 seconds. And that will do it for the first half. Oakcrest up 32-6 in a very one-sided competition between these two teams. As Middle Township seriously needs to talk things over during this halftime break, as the Falcons will have continued to dominate in this game, as we'll see if they can continue doing that in the second half. As we have reached halftime. The teams will talk things over, and we'll see what they'll do in the second half.
The Oakcrest High School Media and Health Programs would like to remind everyone to stay safe out there on the roads this weekend and every weekend, and be on the lookout for e-bikes and ways we can keep everyone on the road in our community safe. Electric bikes and scooters are exciting, convenient, and more popular than ever in our area, but with their rise, we've seen an increase in accidents in 2024. New Jersey reported over 1,000 bike-related crashes, many involving electric bikes and scooters. Riders, remember to wear a helmet, obey traffic laws, and use bike lanes where available. Also, make yourself visible and never ride distracted. Drivers, stay alert and share the road, but also be on the lookout for e-bike and e-scooter users who may not be adhering the state and local policies regarding their operation. Together, we can all work to make our roads, sidewalks, and highways safer for everyone in the township of Hamilton.
A few first half stats, as this was an utter domination from Oakcrest in this first half alone. Here are a few stats that have accumulated in the first half. Rashonda Brown being the core of the offense this game with 3 rushing touchdowns and 1 passing touchdown. And that passing touchdown to Jamia Hopewell, who went up and over the top on 2 defenders to haul it in for the touchdown. And then on the defensive side, the Oakcrest pass rush has led to 2 sacks so far, making the Middle Township quarterback make costly mistakes that led up to this domination, and leading to throw 1 or 2 interceptions. One of those interceptions being from Madeline Fortune, who was able to return it all the way for a touchdown. As that is a few stats, with more to come in this second half, as we have just under 2 minutes until the teams will come back onto the field. As Oakcrest does get the football to start the second half. Here are a few games here's a few upcoming games for this week, as we have a boys varsity game at baseball, who will play Lower Cape May Regional High School here at the Nest, followed by girls lacrosse varsity here at Oakcrest as well at 4 p.m., along with a softball varsity game also at 4 p.m. here at the softball field here at the Nest. And on Wednesday, we have a golf varsity match at 2:45 p.m. also at the Nest versus Wildwood Catholic. And yet again, another varsity game for softball, along with JV, both playing ACIT here at the Nest at 4 p.m. And on Thursday, a girls flag football varsity game at Millville High School at 6 p.m., along with a boys varsity game at Underhill Park playing St. Joseph at 6:30. As halftime will conclude very shortly, as we'll see what both teams have talked things over about and see if they can implement what they've talked about, as we'll see what happens with 10 seconds left in the halftime break. And we are back from the halftime break, as the Oakcrest offense is now trotting onto the field. As so far, I'd say they start going in the chew clock mode, waste a lot of time here, as we only have 24 minutes left to play in the game. I'd say run out the clock as much as you can, and as we'll see, as Brown takes a snap, hand it off to Newsom to the left side. Gets a yard or 2 on the first play of the half, as it will be second down. Brown takes the snap. She's going to run it herself up the middle. Gets a few yards before a flag eventually gets pulled. And now it will be third down, as we'll see what they'll do, as this is a big play coming up for Middle Township, as they need to make as many stops as possible to get their offense onto the field, as they need a lot of points here. So here we go, third down. 2 receivers on each side. Brown takes the snap. Fires quickly to Hopewell. It's caught. Past the 20. She's still going. Still going down the left sideline. And just shy of midfield, short of the first down. And that will bring up 4th down with 2 yards to go to midfield. As that was a great run after the catch to get themselves a lot closer to that first down. As it looks like they'll go for it. Brown takes the snap. As it is dropped by Newsom. As that could have been a nice run to the left and possibly got the first down. But instead, it's a loss of yardage. And a change of possession. Never mind, no change of possession. As Brown goes in motion. As she is lined up as receiver. She takes the snap. Fires down the left for Brown, and it's caught. Past midfield, she's still going, cuts inside. Still going, and she is gone for another Oakcrest touchdown. She has 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown, and has now caught a touchdown. As this is all her today. As it's now 38-6 in the beginning of the second half. As they continue to dominate offensively.
Oakcrest offense, this is probably the best we've seen it. Middle Township going down, depending on the conversion, could be almost 40 points now. As this is a total beatdown by the Falcons.
As that likely was the dagger. As we'll see what they'll do on the 1-point conversion. Brown takes the snap. She's going to run it herself to the right side. Bouncing around. And is not going to get it as there is a penalty on the play. And it will be on the Falcons. And the conversion is no good. As the score will stay 38-6. As Middle Township needs to get something going on offense as they have stalled out in their first drive. Or they have yet to actually have a drive in the second half. As the Falcons' opening drive ends with a touchdown. As we'll see what Middle Township has in store for the second half. As they need as many scores as possible. As they need to make more stops on defense while also bringing the momentum to the offense. As we'll see if they have planned on this pending first down play. Here we go, 1st and 10. Takes the snap, hands it off, makes one miss, and her flag is finally pulled down behind the line of scrimmage. She wasn't actually able to make her miss there, as she is tackled behind the line. That will bring up 2nd down with a loss of yardage. Not a good start if you're Middle Township.
Seems like Oakcrest has had more of the same so far this half. I mean, pretty good first half offense and defense. So far, very electrical on offense, and then so far getting some stops on defense.
As a trick play, as she's still going. Flag finally pulled down, as that was a nice little trick play to confuse the defense a little bit and get positive yardage, as that will bring up 3rd down. Here we go. She takes the snap. Pressure coming. Fires quickly, and it's caught. Flag pulled immediately. Unable to get anywhere. That was a nice little pass to get a few yardage. As it is actually 2nd down. As that previous play was 1st down. We'll see what they'll do on this 2nd down play. She takes the snap. Pressure coming. Fires down the middle. It's caught. To the left side. She's still going. Just past the 30-yard line. As that will bring up 4th down.
what looked like a pretty good drive, and that a drive that they definitely needed. So here at the end of it, stalled out. Let's see if they're gonna go for it. I mean, there isn't a point to go for it here. It's fourth down 38-6. Let's see what they do.
Correction, is third down as she takes the snap, hands it off, runs to the left, unable to get anywhere behind the line of scrimmage, as it will bring up fourth down. And their first possession of the second half has stalled out, a common trend in this game as the Falcons continue to hold strong on defense besides that one touchdown, as now Middle Township will punt it away.
They seem to really stall the clock out there. I mean, they kind of did the good old clock management for the Falcons. Now they just got to only have it for a good 17 or so minutes now.
A very long punt there as Brown was able to return it for a couple yards. As now the Falcons offense is now back onto the field for the second time of the half. As so far, they need to continue draining out the clock and limiting time of possession for Middle Township, as just under 5 minutes to play in the third. As we'll see what they'll do on the next offensive drive and see if they can finally put this game away with another touchdown. Here we go, 1st and 10. Brown lined up as receiver. Brown and Hopewell on the left side. Fortune and Newsom on the right. She takes the snap, fires quickly, and is caught by Brown. Unable to make the first miss, and gets a few yards on the first down play, as it brings up second down on a nice little pass to get the drive going. Here we go, second down. Takes the snap, hands it off to Newsom to the left, and is unable to get really anywhere as it brings up third down. As this could be finally the thing that Middle Township needs, a stalled out drive from Oakcrest, as Middle Township seemingly holding off on the run. Third down. She takes the snap. She's going to lob it deep down the left side for Hopewell, and it's tipped up and incomplete just off her hands, as that could have been a great conversion, but instead it will become fourth down.
I mean, what looked like a pretty good drive there, that deep ball, if they could have gotten a little bit more air and a little bit more distance on it, that could have gone all the way, but guess they're going to have to punt it here.
To Middle Township back there to return it, as Brown will punt it away. Just shy of the 40. She will not return it, as she is marked 4 yards past the 40. As now Middle Township takes over with some good starting field position, as they need to, this is the drive to get things going in a one-sided affair. They need to get something going, as they only have scored 6 points up until this point, as they actually need to get something going. See what they have in store for this first down play. Interesting formation here. She takes the snap. Pressure coming, rolls right, fires, and it's complete. Flag finally pulled down just past the 35, as it will bring up a second down. Here we go, second down. 3 receivers to the right. Takes the snap, pressure coming, fires quickly, it's complete to the center, as I believe she does get the first down. That was a nice quick pass to get downfield. as it actually is third down. She was marked short. As they need only a yard or two to get that first down. The Falcons need to hold off here on this big third down play for Middle Township. Takes a snap. She's going to run it herself to the right side and is unable to get anywhere, losing yardage. And now we'll bring up fourth down. As down this much, you have pretty much nothing to lose, as you probably go for it here. As it looks like they might, as no Falcons returners are back there. As this is a big play for Middle Township. If the Falcons can hold off strong, no momentum for Middle Township. She takes a snap, pressure coming, fires down the middle to the center, it's caught. As she is marked short on the fourth down play. And it seems like it's Falcons football. And it looks like the coach wants to challenge it. As it is Falcons football, and that will end the third quarter. Oakcrest up 38-6. And they're limiting Middle Township to 0 points in the third quarter. As the Falcons do have the football to start the fourth quarter. As right now, it's looking slim for Middle Township. Here we go on the Falcons' next offensive drive. As right now they still need to continue draining down the clock. Takes a snap. Fires quickly to the left side. And is incomplete. That was just at her ankles. As that was a little bit underthrown, as that will bring up second down on the incomplete pass. Takes the snap on second down. Fires quickly to Hopewell, and it's incomplete, just out of her hands. As so far, 2 straight incompletions, as it is third down. As so far, they need to prioritize draining down the clock rather than trying to get the completion. As they need to take up as much time as possible to finally put this game away. As now Brown's lined in at quarterback. She takes the snap, has some time, throws it up for Hopewell, and is unable to make the catch that was thrown into double coverage. There is no flags on the play as one of Middle Township players slow to get up. As it will bring up fourth down, as that could have been huge if they got that. But instead, Oakcrest will punt it after 3 straight incompletions as they stalled out on this drive. But, I mean, if you're up by this much, it really doesn't matter. They will punt it away on fourth down.
Couldn't agree more with you. I mean, you shouldn't hang your head too low if in this situation. Short punt. And a little bit of confusion there.
A very short punt there as Middle Township starts with very good field position, as that is exactly what they need to finally make something happen. As they are scoreless in the second half. As the Oakcrest defense, see if they can hold strong here and keep them scoreless in the second half. As we'll see Middle Township's offense talk things over when the defense is on the field, as they need anything at this point. So here we go, first down. She takes the snap. She's going to hand it off. Fires over the middle. Lofted up and almost intercepted. 3 Falcons defenders were there to pick it off. As it said, there was a flag on the play. As we'll see what it's on. As it is a penalty on the Falcons. As this is huge for Middle Township as they finally got some yardage. As they are just past the 20. So I believe this is the closest they've gotten to scoring a touchdown. Bit of foul language on the field. Coach Falcons assistant coach enraged at the refs. Even the crowd is not happy. As it looks like it is first down. She takes the snap. She's going to run to the left. Runs up the middle. Still going. Flag finally pulled down. As it will bring up second down. Let's see what they'll do here on second down. So the Falcons see if they can bend but not break, as this is the closest they've gotten to a touchdown. As she takes the snap, pressure coming, fires over the middle, and it's picked off by Brown. Going the other way. No one there. And she is gone for another Falcons touchdown, icing the game and putting it away, as it's now 44-6. An incredible performance by the Falcons, as that probably would do it in this game.
See, we thought they put the dagger in when it was 30-0. I mean, now it's 45-0. It's looking to be 45-46-0, 45-6 now. And I mean, they look pretty good on offense and defense. They've just been unstoppable no matter what side of the football they've been on today.
As Rashonda Brown continues to dominate on both sides of the ball, as she was the entire offense today. 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown, and 1 receiving touchdown, along with a pick 6. As they go for the conversion, Hopewell to the right side, unable to get there, as the score will remain 44-6. As the offense and defense dominating in a beatdown that ensued today.
At this point, I feel like they should maybe start putting the subs in. I mean, you don't want to risk your starters too much in a game like this where you're up by 38 points. So I think they should personally take some of their starters out and put some players that haven't gotten too much time in.
I mean, if you're down this much, if you're Middle Township, realistically, what do? As she takes a snap, runs up the middle for the first down play. Gets around 5 yards on the first down carry, as it will be second down. See what they'll do on second down. Takes the snap, rolls right, fires, tipped up, and is caught, juggled there, almost picked off, as there was like 3 or 4 defenders there ready to intercept it, as that could have been catastrophic for Middle Township at this point, as allowing 50 in a flag football game is unprecedented. But instead, it is third down, with just under 5 minutes to play. Takes a snap, fires quickly down the middle, and is picked off again by Brown. Makes one miss, and another touchdown. And Rashonda Brown doing it again with 2 pick sixes. It looks like she did not score the touchdown, as her flag did indeed get pulled prior to getting that touchdown. As regardless, she has another interception today. That is 2 from her alone. As Rashonda Brown has a insane, impressive stat line here today, as she'll most likely be our player of the game. As we'll see what Oakcrest can do here. Maybe they put up 50. See what they'll do on first down. Takes the snap. Has some time. She's going to run to the left. Makes one miss. And gets a little bit shy of the 5-yard line. As they inch closer and closer to the end zone, with just about 3 minutes left in the game. As this is an impressive showing by the Falcons today. We'll see what they'll do on second down. She takes the snap. Has some time. Rolls right. She's going to try to take it herself. Makes one miss. And she's in for the Falcons touchdown. That is now 50 points scored in this game, as the backup quarterback takes it in herself. Now putting up 50 against Middle Township. An impressive showing by the Falcons.
But it does look like there's a few players hurt on the field. It's not looking good, so we will step aside.
It appears a catastrophic injury ensued on one of the Middle Township players, as the Falcons players are calling for the trainer to immediately provide medical assistance, as it seems like there was contact during that spin move. As we'll step aside for a medical timeout. It looks like the trainer's now onto the field, providing assistance on this conversion, as Brown is lined up as quarterback. As she takes the snap, fires it, and it's nearly intercepted, intended for fortune, as the score will stay 50-6. With under a minute left to play in the game, this one is over. It looks like the clock will continue to roll here, as the clock winds down to 30 seconds. What will Middle Township do to put up a touchdown, as they need anything to at least put up double digits? Takes a snap, hands it off, makes one. She continues going down the left sideline. Flag finally pulled down by Prescott, as that will do it. The Oakcrest Falcons dismantle Middle Township 50-6 and get back into the win column, improve to 5-5. As player of the game, Rashonda Brown, with one of the craziest stat lines I have ever seen in a flag football game. 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown, 1 receiving touchdown, and a pick 6. Putting the team on her back and giving Oakcrest the win today against Middle Township. As a great performance from the Falcons from on both sides of the football. A few additional stats here today. Jamia Hopewell with 1 receiving touchdown. and Madeline Fortune with a pick 6 of her own, and the Oakcrest pass rush with 2 sacks. As that will do it from us here today. We would like to thank you for joining us on this live stream. I'm Gio Chundia alongside Benjamin Custis, and we'll see you guys next time here on Oakcrest Digital Media.